All right, let's get started. I want to welcome everyone to our Cellgetics webinar. This is Todd King calling in all the way from Nebraska with his lovely wife, Angela, joining us. And we have some incredible brand partners on the line as well. So welcome everyone who's calling in tonight or watching from their phone or listening. Tonight, we are going to go through a product training. I'll just catch you up real quick on an update. As most of you all know or have experienced, all commissions have been paid. So every week has been paid. Remember, the payday for weekly commissions is every Friday. And then also all of the monthlies have been paid. Everything went through without a glitch. Those of you who have never received a commission got an invite from Pay Quicker and Cellgetics, and you're able to set up your account. And then once you do that, all you have to do is link it to your personal bank account. You can transfer your commissions directly to your bank account. So we're super excited about that. We have the holding tank that is in progress right now. I don't have an exact date, but that will be set up and finished in the back office. Also, the reports that are back there are really exciting and informative. So when you got your commissions, you can, anything that has a link under it on your commission, you can click on it and you can chase it down and see the orders and the people that you got paid on. So it's completely transparent as far as who you're being paid on. Some of the names or descriptions of what these commissions are from a programmer side. So I'm going through there and cleaning that up with our compensation plan. Being a true hybrid, we actually have two compensation plans. So it took lots of different programming and setting that all up. And really the only thing left to do is put the holding tank in place and then clarify the reports a little bit better. And then work on a couple other things there, just really for clarity inside the back office. And we're super excited how everything has come together. And again, literally without a glitch. And that is a lot of preparation, a lot of dotting I's, T's, and reviewing information over the past 3 or 4 months or more, just to make sure we got it right. With that said, tonight I have a lot to cover on the product, so we want to jump right into it. We're going to go through our product training, and before I go through it, I do want to point out our disclaimer that we always put out, and it says these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. A lot of the things we cover are general. If we have a claim, it's because we have the studies and the validation what the product is doing, but we never want to make any claims about the product. With that said, do we have to be a product expert to succeed in this business? The answer to that is absolutely not. In most cases, it can end up hurting you because you get too detailed and it's not simple and you're overwhelmed. So all this is designed to do tonight is make you feel good about the products that you're promoting with Cellgetics. It should translate to more confidence that we didn't just put together sticks and stones so that we could attach it to an opportunity. It's just not how we believe. Did we put this company together to make money and build a network marketing company? Absolutely. But it's also in our desire and our intention to really put together products that make a difference. Now, most people want to know in 30 seconds or less what the product does and why they should take it. They want to know 3 things. Does it work? Do you take it? What has it done for you? Now, when it comes to what has it done for you, you know, you don't have to feel a product working to take it, right? For example, I've taken for probably decades now my omega-3 fatty acids, my fish oils and so on. And never once did I take them and say, man, I feel so good taking this product. It was through education and understanding what that product does and the research. And so that's why I take it. And it's the same here. You know, we didn't slip in a bunch of stimulants just to give someone a false representation that they're getting, something from the product, a lot of people do feel the product. They feel energy, but it comes from providing the nutrients or the cells with the right nutrients. With that said, what's our product philosophy? Well, number one, and this is all on the website, but I want to just explain it a second. We create high quality nutraceutical formulas by combining potent research and validated ingredients. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I've said it before, but Angela and I have traveled around the country. We met with ingredient suppliers. We met with pharmaceutical labs. We visited manufacturing facilities and so on to put this together and do the research. Every ingredient is completely researched, and then through common sense, okay, working with formulators and people in the lab, chemists and so on, asking tons of questions, okay, what we do is structure the ingredients and create a certain complex. So you'll see on the labels, you'll say, well, why isn't it a blend? Why is it called a complex? Well, a blend, and we use a blend here and there. A blend is something that, let's say, one of the pharmaceutical labs puts together, and then we purchase it as a blend. That's a blend. The complex that we've put together, we literally pieced them together, one ingredient at a time, through careful research, study, questions, and so on, and working with people, in this industry to understand what to put together based on the results we wanted. Then we take those complexes and we put them together to create one powerful synergistic formula or product. And I'm going to show you that tonight, and it'll blow your mind if you've never really analyzed the product. So the categories we have are cellular health and energy, sports and fitness, brain health, and weight wellness. Tonight, we're going to only talk about cellular health and energy, in particular, when it comes to our immune support program, or our immune power pack, as we call it. And we proudly display our supplement facts. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever gone to a website to look at a product and you can't find the supplement facts no matter what? It's a pet peeve of mine. People are savvy today. They want to know what's in the product. In fact, the authorities, the FTC, FDA, all these governmental agencies are now coming down on people that say, you must show your supplement facts. There's no hiding it. But yet you go check out a product and you can't find it. And I'm thinking, who buys it? I mean, they do, because in fact, a few days ago, I looked at a really fast, large network marketing company. And for the life of me, I could not find their supplement facts. The product was $169 for about a 3-week supply. Of course, if you got on auto ship, it was $149. And literally, I could not find it. I opened up PDFs. I read all about how wonderful it was, but I couldn't find it. There were some individual ingredients listed. But I want to see a supplement facts, because in 1994, the FDA passed the laws, I say the Senate, and stated that everything needs to be listed in a certain way on a label. And so it's the only way that I don't buy into what I call MLM hype, is to see a label. And when I finally did find the ingredients, they all ran together in a single paragraph, just copied in tiny little text. And I went, oh, okay, that's why they're not showing the label. It's because they really don't have one, but they're great marketers. So we wouldn't even have to have the best products to have an opportunity here. I've seen it. It doesn't determine the outcome, unfortunately. But it just wasn't in our DNA and our fiber to not come up with products that we truly thought would make a difference. So we're going to talk about Cellvida and FreeRadPro. When it comes to Cellvida, if you look at the website, and the website was put together meticulously to be almost like a shopping site if you went to a non-direct sales company. There is not a bunch of distractions. It's listed in a format that is proven to make sales. And if you want to learn what to tell somebody in about 30 seconds or less about a product, just go to those little check marks on the product. If I had to tell you what Cellvida was, I could literally look at these check marks and say, listen, it's an all-in-one liquid blend that provides you with vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, and superfruit antioxidants. You drink just 1 ounce a day, and it provides you with superior absorption over hard to swallow pills. You could literally just, come up with your verbiage of what to say by looking at the website in the first part. Now, One of the great things that nature provides is that plants know how to break down minerals so that they are water soluble. You see, that's how we have to get our minerals. We can't get them from the food. The plants absorb the nutrient or the minerals and the water into the roots. Then it goes up through the root system. Most of the time, the rich nutrients are in the leaves and they're water soluble. That's why you see in the morning, you see leaves and different things and plants with dew on them. And that's the process of photosynthesis that basically transforms the design of the minerals into a water soluble form so it can be used by the body. Now, unfortunately, many hard compressed tablets and pills and colloidal mineral supplements contain nutrient designs that are really just made up of crushed rocks, whether it's calcium carbonate or whatever it is. And our body was not meant to digest rock. So if you look at our liquid minerals, and this is a guideline, it's been listed in the PDR, the physician's desk reference, not Cellvida, but just liquid versus, say, hard pills. Liquid can be absorbed as high as 98% into the body. So if you take a hard compressed tablet that has fillers, binders, and crushed rocks, you might only absorb 10 to 20% in the pill form. So where goes the 80 to 90%? Well, if you're spending $100 and you're only absorbing 20, you're literally flushing $80 down the toilet. You see, it's not how much you take that counts. It's what you absorb that matters. So that's one of the number one things that Cellvida provides is the absorption, and also plant-based liquid minerals. So Cellvida has trace minerals that are derived from mineral-rich seaweed, and they're organic, certified, all natural, vegan, allergen-free, and non-GMO. And there's only a handful of places on the earth where you can go get, trace minerals where they're a full spectrum. You're not just trying to buy rocks or individual minerals. You have the Great Salt Lakes. That's a great company. I talked to them. I got all their samples. I did research. There's a couple of other places, but one of the things that I liked was getting these off the coast of Iceland in the northern Atlantic, and it goes through a whole purification process. And they've been doing this for many decades, harvesting minerals right from the sea. And if you think about the mineral research, if any of you remember Dr. Joel Wallach, right, the veterinarian that really made the trace minerals and minerals popular in the 90s, it goes back to research that was started in the 1930s, and really animal health, largely due to Dr. Joel Wallach too. The research was found that minerals are not only important for the animals, but they must be important for the humans as well. And one of the things that we did in order to help with that absorption even more is add fulvic acid to the trace mineral blend. And so, the fulvic acid adds an element of more nutrients, but what it's really good at is helping to transport nutrients directly into the cells of the body where you can utilize them. So a lot of times you'll see if you've ordered the Cellvida, we put a little piece of paper in there that says, hey, if you've never taken a liquid or whatever, I'm not sure how it's worded, but it tells people that if they happen to get red or something, the face and flushed, when they drink the product, it's because they're having a natural niacin flush, which is healthy for the body, but it shows people that within minutes, sometimes they get this flush, and that's how fast the nutrients can get into the body. Obviously, the nutrients go through the digestive system into the villi, the small intestines, that help absorb and deliver nutrients. So it's not just all absorbed into the cells of your body. So having said that, Cellvida, what we like to say is now you can get all your healthy superfoods in just 1 ounce with no shopping, no blending, no juicing, and no cleanup. As we said, drinking 1 ounce gives you essential vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, and antioxidants, provides you with superior absorption over hard to swallow pills, And also there's no artificial flavors or coloring. It comes literally from the superfruits and the ingredients. I mean, my choice would not have been a reddish brown for the finished product. We could have easily put in, artificial flavors and coloring that would have turned it bright red. It would have looked delicious, but it doesn't look delicious, but it's not too bad for everything that is in that product. So start drinking 1 ounce a day. We'll do 2 ounces a day, another ounce later in the day. It's whatever you can afford on your pocketbook. Next, let's go into FreeRadPro. This is an incredible product that we put a lot of time, effort, and expense in developing. So if I'm looking at FreeRadPro, again, I'm kind of looking at some of this stuff here. What would be the easiest way if I had to get it across to someone and tell them what FreeRadPro is? Well, if it's me, I just tell them, look, FreeRadPro is a powerful antioxidant that contains 29 fruits, vegetables, and herbs. It naturally helps your body increase the production of glutathione. And glutathione is the master antioxidant, so most powerful antioxidant in the world, undisputed, and our body produces it, but this helps you produce glutathione as we age. So there's my short little spiel on what glutathione is. So if you look at the label, we'll start from the top and work from down on the label here. But at the very top, you see lots of different vitamins, minerals, zinc, selenium, and so on. And these were put in place to serve several areas, okay? So it's not meant to be, well, this is my multivitamin, maybe I need to take it. No, that top part is strategically put together to help with your immune system, and also, and I'm going to cover this a little bit later, work with the glutathione support and the synergistic complex, okay? So starting off, if you look at like vitamin D3 and K2, they're fat-soluble vitamins. They play a central role in calcium metabolism. You see, sometimes people think, oh, I'm not getting enough calcium because I get, bone spurs and different things. It's actually the opposite. You're just not getting the right amounts of calcium with the right amount of other nutrients. Now, the key, there's a lot of publicity on vitamin D3 and K2 that it helps with your immune support. So what it specifically does is helps with your bone marrow, and your bone marrow is the beginning stages and part of your immune system. So your bone marrow produces, your blood cells, your red blood cells, your platelets, your white blood cells. And so this is a powerful combination. And one of the things that you don't have to worry about, now maybe if we have 40 different products, you don't want to take all 40, but the products were put together with the others in mind. We knew that some people would want to drink Cellvida and then take FreeRadPro as that 1-2 punch, because when you're trying to fight off free radicals, you need a broad spectrum of different, antioxidants, because different antioxidants do, play different roles. And so you can take these together. You're not going to get a mega dose. I actually do not believe in the mega dose vitamin D3. You'll see somebody, they're taking vitamin D3 and it's just loaded with vitamin D3. It's important, but it's important in the right amount and the right balance. Now, one of the most exciting parts to me in this product is the glutathione support. So we have N-acetylcysteine, referred to as NAC, and L-glutathione in a reduced form. L-glutathione is a bioavailable, or a form that's easily absorbed into the body through the gut. They used to say years ago, before they perfected the science on the ingredients, is that you can't take glutathione because your stomach acids will kill it and it won't do you any good. So the research was came up with that N-acetylcysteine is a precursor to glutathione and helps your body naturally produce it. So the L-glutathione, there's a little bit in there, and then there's 500 milligrams of N-acetylcysteine. As we said, glutathione is the master antioxidant. It's earned the title as being the most powerful and vital antioxidant in the world. But what happens as we age? Okay, so when we're at the age of 20 and 30, we have this beautiful skin. We don't have aches and pains. Everything is perfect. And why is that? One of the reasons is we're producing lots of glutathione when we're young. But glutathione levels show that they can drop at around 10 to 15% a decade. Okay, so you look on this graph, and by the time you're 60, 70, 80, your body is depleted. It just cannot produce the amount of glutathione that it did once before. Now, glutathione, and I'm just getting sidetracked with all the things that I love about, glutathione and what it can do, but glutathione obviously heavily present in the skin. A lot of your beauty products talk about how it has glutathione. Glutathione is most recognized and available in the liver, but somewhere next to that, really close, there's lots of glutathione in the eyes. Okay, so I've seen wonderful things as far as visionary with glutathione. Now, the second thing that happens when we age is a thing called oxidative stress. You see, inflammation is not reserved just for your bones and your joints. Your cells literally can become inflamed, no different. And so as we age, this oxidative stress, these levels go up, and somewhere here, I don't know, 65, 70, whatever it is, when it meets, then that's where certain issues start to come in. Like I said, you get out of bed, your feet didn't hurt 20 years ago, but they feet now, or your feet hurt now, aches, pains, inflammation, all these things come together. And this formula right here helps with that. N-acetylcysteine is actually been studied for over 50 years. There's over 100,000 studies on glutathione. N-acetylcysteine in and by itself is used as the #1 go-to ingredient when there is an overdose of, say, aspirin or ibuprofen, because it helps detoxify that from the system. And so very important ingredient. A side note, again, these things are just coming to me. They're trying to get rid of it. Okay, big pharma's coming in and saying we shouldn't have N-acetylcysteine. And the reason is not because it doesn't work. It's because it's not safe. It's because it's so effective. Now, we're not promoting it that way, and I'm certainly not going to promote it the way that it's being promoted out there, because I don't want you getting, drunk or whatever over the weekend and going, hey, I've got a hangover cure. But there are companies, and I'm not saying they're right, they shouldn't do it, but that's where the trouble lies, is that they're telling people and they're putting blends together and they're promoting just N-acetylcysteine as a means to take it before you go out drinking, and then you take another one after you get home. And, of course, I'm in the business of formulating ingredients, so I have to stay up on this. I went and looked at one of them, and I'm like, okay, they're marketing that product, selling it for as much or more than FreeRadPro, and it's the only ingredient, and they don't have as much as us. Imagine that. You can go purchase. There are people that buy 500 milligrams of N-acetylcysteine and pay anywhere from $20 to $30, depending on the quality. That doesn't count L-glutathione itself. That's an expensive ingredient. That's just one formula of many in our product. The next one is GSH synergistic complex. GSH is the chemical abbreviation for glutathione. This is a great formula alone. And again, we have sufficient amounts of these ingredients in here. But the first one is alpha lipoic acid, known as ALA. And it's basically found naturally in every single cell in the human body. And it plays a role to convert blood sugar into energy using oxygen. And so it's a very powerful product. But the reason we chose it to go in here and be the first ingredient in this blend is it's really unique. And that is, it can recycle used antioxidants, including vitamin C and vitamin E, and a potent amino acid compound called glutathione. So what's that mean? In simple terms, your body has the ability to reproduce more antioxidants if it's in a healthy environment, I'll say, or has the right nutrient, elements. And so alpha lipoic acid actually acts as a recycler to these antioxidants. So that's a great ingredient in there. Some others, and I know I'm going to run overboard, so I'll just go real quick. Quercetin, it's a phytonutrient. Along with carotenoids, it's responsible for the vivid colors in fruits and vegetables, but a very powerful ingredient alone. Cordyceps, known as energy exercise. It's known as the Himalayan Viagra because it was discovered that sheep were getting stronger when they ate cordyceps. And so it's used for all sorts of things, respiratory and different things like that. Milk thistle, great ingredient. Some people just buy milk thistle. They use it mostly for a liver detoxifier. And so it works in harmony with glutathione because, as I mentioned, there's more glutathione in the liver than anywhere, right? And so we want to keep our liver as healthy and not have any inflammation or anything like that. So milk thistle is added to the blend, and also grapeseed extract, a powerful antioxidant. Now we could quit right there, market FreeRadPro as a powerful antioxidant, nothing else. That's all it is, same price, everything. But we don't. We added, okay, and this was meeting with a lab. We added to it when I found out about this blend of 29 fruits, vegetables, and herbs and what it can do and how it inhibits, cellular inflammation and all these things we talk about, helps increase nitric oxide. I said that would be perfect for my glutathione support concept product. So we added it. This product alone, this ingredient blend alone is amazing. These are actual studies. So they have clinical studies done on humans as far as what it does. You could read about it on the website. And the key here is that many times people will find out about an ingredient like this, and so they go get just a little bit because it's expensive, because they spent a bunch of money testing it. But there's no way I'm going to do that because I'm not allowed to show you these. So if we have something with studies, that means that we're using the dosage amount related to that actual study. We could stop there, but guess what? A few years ago, Angela and I got LASIK, and they informed me all about, health and so on. And so we decided we wanted an eye formula, but instead of just coming out with an eye formula, we said, listen, it's, a carotenoid blend is an antioxidant, but it's for the eyes. Why don't we put it in with our, antioxidant blend? So macular degeneration, for example, starts to affect people typically over the age of 65, and carotenoids can slow down the damage from sunlight. So we have a great eye formula. People can't always afford or want to take, 4 or 5 different products. So we have it in here. It has lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin in this formula. Okay, so could we be done? Absolutely, we were done. Angela and I were completely done right here, but I tripped over a formula that I call our mitochondria support complex. And it is a powerful formula. It's a low dose, very expensive ingredient, PQQ, pronounced like pyrroloquinoline, quinone in there. So we just go PQQ. But when you combine that with CoQ10, and there's another company, I won't say the name, but promotes primarily just this formula. They did lots of testing. Did I piggyback on that? Yes. But their product sells for $79. It doesn't have any of these other things in there. So the mitochondria, what's it do? Well, it's the tiny nucleus of the cell. It's the powerhouse of the cell. In simple terms, it acts as a digestive system. It takes in nutrients, it breaks them down. It has the ability to break them down and create energy molecules for cells called ATP, otherwise referred to as adenosine triphosphate. So very, very powerful formula right there, complex that we could have just actually simplified it, put that in there, and sold it almost for the same price. We also put in our product, we wouldn't have to, not everyone does, but it's bioperine, and it's a researched black pepper fruit extract, and it's proven to help with digesting and the absorption of water soluble vitamins and nutrients. So we said, hey, let's put it in there. And you know, a lot of companies you will see 2 or 5 milligrams. We've got a lot of things in our capsules, so we went ahead and put 10 milligrams in there to help with absorption, because absorption is key. Now, when it comes to me talking about the liquids, you know, and the absorption, well, what about our capsules? Well, one of the things we did was we chose a very thin veggie cap that will dissolve quickly. And if you don't believe me, just take a FreeRadPro or a Cellformance or a Visceral Plus, put it in your mouth and hold it in your mouth with some saliva for a few minutes, and you'll go, okay, I have no problem or no doubt that product or that capsule is going to go down and you know, dissolve and be dispersed through the brains of the body, called the villi in the small intestines. So with that said, I went quick. I gave you a lot. Hopefully it helps you gain confidence in some of the product with what we have. But again, you don't have to be a product expert to be a success in this business, and you don't have to take all the products. You know, these aren't the only products we're going to come out with, but every bit of intention and research will be used when we do come out with products and build them from the ground up. With that said, we appreciate everyone coming on. Have a great week. Remember, we've got the promotion going where you can win gift cards, cash prizes, iPad, the Microsoft Surface Pro, and so on. So have a great evening, and thanks for coming on the webinar.